Between the months of October and November this year, the genius behind Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch himself, Tatsuki Fujimoto, is going to be releasing 2 compilations of short one-shot mangas. The first one, which comes out in October, is going to be a compilation of short stories he wrote from the ages of 17 to 21, and the second one is going to be a compilation of stories which comes out in November, which he wrote from the ages of 22 to 26. I pre-ordered my copy of 1721 back in September, and just the other day, it finally came in the mail. Actually, I got an entire Fujimoto and Friends haul right here that I ordered the other day. I got the first 2 volumes of a series written by one of Tatsuki Fujimoto's editors called Dan Dan Dan, and he highly recommended it. I've read... I think I'm all caught up on Dan 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 right now, actually. It's pretty f***ing good. It's a lot of fun. The art's really fun, so I suggest you read Dan 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 if you haven't yet. And because this is Fujimoto themed, I also got 3 volumes of Fire Punch because I don't have any Fire Punch yet. I have all the volumes of Chainsaw Man, and I have 1721, Look Back, and 3 volumes of Fire Punch. So I almost have the entirety of Tatsuki Fujimoto's collection. Alright, with that out of the way, let's look at the star of today's show. This is 1721. Inside this manga contains 4 short stories that Tatsuki Fujimoto wrote between the ages of 17 and 21. And I think you guys will be pleased to find out it didn't just start with Fire Punch or Chainsaw Man. Tatsuki Fujimoto has always been weird. These 4 short stories are so weird, quirky, and bizarre that it made it so much fun to sit down and translate this guy. And keep in mind, my Japanese isn't really all that good, so it took me a few days to translate this all, but it was 100% worth it. The names of the stories in this book are Two Chickens in the Garden, Sasaki Who Stopped a Bullet, Love is Blind, and Shikoku the Assassin. I don't think there's any English translations for these stories yet, so I thought I'd give you guys a short synopsis so you guys know what all the hype is about. The first of these 4 stories is called Two Chickens in the Garden, and it has, I think, the funniest Japanese name of any manga I have ever read. The Japanese name for Two Chickens in the Garden is Niwa 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 Tori ga ita, which is the best play on words I have ever seen in my entire life. So I believe this one was written when Tatsuki Fujimoto was 17 years old, which is absolutely insane. The story is about a high school for aliens, but there's a small catch. The aliens eat humans. But thankfully for the human protagonists, these aliens can't seem to tell the difference between humans and chickens. So that's why our 2 protagonists live in this alien high school under the aliens' noses in, chicken costumes. Eventually their peace seems to fade when one of the weirder students declares to his class that he wants to start eating chickens. So from then on out it turns into a big chicken run escape story for our 2 protagonists in the chicken costumes. It's really, really funny. I don't want to spoil too much before the English release, I just want to give you a little taste. If you'd believe it, the next story is actually even more bizarre. This one is called Sasaki-kun Who Stopped a Bullet. Side note, I wonder if Fujimoto chose the name Sasaki because he's a big Tokyo Ghoul fan. I know Suishida inspired him a lot. Maybe like Heisei Sasaki was like the inspiration to choose the name Sasaki. I don't know. I mean, technically the name Sasaki is just like Japan's version of Robert, so it's super common. I'm just, you know, speculating here. I actually believe Fujimoto said that this is his favorite of his one-shot stories that he's done, which is a shame because I had so much trouble translating it. It was definitely the toughest of the 4. So if I read the story right, I believe the premise is about this boy named Sasaki, who is a middle schooler, and he confronts a school shooter in his class, who the school shooter's trying to force Sasaki's teacher to have sex with him, and Sasaki intervenes because the teacher is God? It's one of those things that made me think, that sure is one creative story. Once again, I don't want to give too many in-depth spoilers before the English version comes out, but if you don't care about spoilers and you have any questions about the story, feel free to ask me in the comments and I can give you actually in-depth summaries of all the stories, and I'm happy to do that if you want. Oh, fuck. There have been English scans of these online for years already. Still buy 1721 when Viz translates it, you know, support the author, right? Shit. I guess you guys could read these all online now if you wanted. The next story of the bunch is called Love is Blind. Love is Blind is probably the funniest situational comedy manga I've read in a very, very long time. The story is about a student council president, and it's the last day of high school, and he wants to confess his love to this girl who's a very close friend of his before he moves to the United States to study abroad. He basically keeps trying to muster up the courage to tell her while they walk home from school, but every time he gets close to spitting it out, more and more wacky shit happens that stops him from doing it. And every time something happens, like he gets mugged or aliens come down to invade Earth, the aliens and the mugger get more and more invested in his confession. It's a super cute and funny story, and I think it's my favorite of the one-shots in 17 to 21. The last one-shot manga in 17 to 21 is called Shikoku the Assassin. It's actually just called Shikoku. I just wanted to call it Shikoku the Assassin so people had a better idea of what it's about. The story is basically about a cute young assassin girl named Shikoku who is hired by her client, who is a 4,000-year-old vampire, to kill him because he's done everything in life and he's bored of life now, and she's the best of the best. She's the best assassin. Shikoku was unable to kill her vampire client, but actually ended up falling in love with him. This story is basically Tatsuki Fujimoto's take on Twilight in a weird little fucked up way. It's really cute and funny too, so I can't wait till Viz, I'm assuming Viz is gonna translate this. I can't wait till Viz translates this so everyone else can read it too. I guess you guys could read these all online now if you want. Altogether, these are 4 super cute and funny stories that really give you a great window into the brilliant and funny and creative mind of Tatsuki Fujimoto. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order 22 to 26 right now, just so in a month or whenever it comes out I can make another video about that and tell you guys more about that one as well. So keep an eye out for that next month. If you liked this video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm basically a Tatsuki tuber at this point, so if you like this, there's gonna be a lot more for you on my channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more updates. I have links to those down below. You can watch one of my other Chainsaw Man or Tatsuki Fujimoto related videos right up here. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time.